Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the month of June 2025. How are you, my fire family? Thanks for dropping in here. We are looking at love, career, and finances this month. We're going to throw down the oracles, find out what is coming up for you in the month to come. How are you, Aries? Thank you so much for being here. If you are someone who's never been here before, welcome. And if you are the ride or die, thanks for coming back. And if you're interested in, if you've never been here before and you're interested in joining this tribe, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner of this little square where I live. I do this reading every month for all the signs. Let's find out what's going on for Aries in love. Tell me what's going on here. This could be romantic or platonic, right, for the month of June 2025. We've got willingness. Okay, well, I just want to say, okay, well, at least you have a willingness. Let's take a look here. It says you are able to compromise if the end result is love. Okay, so I feel like you are looking for something specific, Aries. I feel like you're not down for the shenanigans. I'm going to say you're just not down for just dating anybody just to have a +1, that you're kind of keeping them behind the boundaries until you realize if they're serious about it or not, because it says you will compromise if the end result is love. So you are looking for people, romantic persons possibly, who are interested in taking it all the way to the end. You're looking for the last person. You're just not looking to date this one, that one, just for the simple fact of wanting to have someone in your life because you just don't want to be alone. I don't think that that's your problem. I think that you have a willingness and you will work with somebody and compromise, but I feel like it's going to have to be slow. You're going to have to go slow, feels like here. And you don't do anything slow. So I feel like you do have the willingness, but it feels like you will compromise if somebody is the end result for them is going to be love. All right, career. We've got, present power. I like that. That's a good card for career, for sure. So I feel like you're calling the shots in the month of June. So whatever it is that's going on, you're the leader. You're the one that's in your present power. You're in control. You can see that this person is holding, they're holding sort of this bar, and the leash is going to both the lion and the tiger. And so it feels like you're the apex predator for the month of June. You're the one that everybody is sort of looking out for, I'm going to say. You're the one that's calling all the shots. Everything is going to be within your control as it pertains to your career. Once we're finished with the oracles, we will look at tarot. Let's find out what's going on here. Tell me about finances for Aries. Tell me about finances, please, for June. We do have grounding. It says, go deep, explore your roots. So I feel like it's time to reassess the finances, Aries. It's time for you to figure out where you're at. So, we all have those. We're in an age where everything is streaming, everything is subscribing, everything is, you know what I mean? So I feel like you're sort of going through all of that in the month and saying, oh, I didn't realize I still had a subscription to whatever, and I'm not even using that. Like maybe you get the notifications monthly, but you're not really interested in using that software or using that service anymore. So I feel like you are grounding yourself, going deep, exploring your roots, realizing the reason why you began saving money or how you can save more money. It feels like here, grounding for me is earth energy, and earth energies are really good about organizing, keeping things organized. We've got Journey by Moonlight. It says, believe in magic. So I feel like something good is coming up for you financially as it pertains to your finances coming up in June. So Journey by Moonlight might be something that you don't see just quite yet, but it does feel like it is something that you're supposed to believe in magic. I think that it works out in the end. We've got optimism. And so optimism tells me that you are very abundant. Between the career and the finances, I feel that the universe got you covered. But I feel like it's up to you to have the optimism, to know that it's going to work out, to know that, I'm going to say be grateful for what you have. you have to be open to it, right? We can manifest till the cows come home, but if we're not open to receiving, if we are not open to receiving the fullness of the abundance that's owed to us, then we hold ourselves back. So I feel like you're going to be open to whatever is happening in this career energy, open to a leadership position, open to being in control. We do have release, kind of like that. It says you have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. So I feel like you are supposed to release in order to be able to have the willingness to compromise in the end, if the end result is love. Let's look at tarot. Let's find out what's going on for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the month of June 2025. Taking a peek into June. Tell me more about Aries, please. Well, the Chariot definitely is a willingness to move. I feel like if you are somebody who is single, I feel like you are, and I mean, even if you're in a relationship, I feel like, you know, you could be already dating somebody possibly, but maybe this is the point, the place, the time where you actually have the conversation, right? Is this leading to love or is this not? Because if you're not serious about a commitment, then maybe I'm just not in for it anymore after this. It feels like the Chariot here is you want to know, is this balanced? And are we moving forward? Is this a victory for me? Because I'm not going to hang out here forever if things aren't going to work out for me. I've got card number 7. So, I mean, we're already in the 6th month. So this could be June or July when you have this conversation. It feels like in June you're sort of racing towards that energy of getting balance, getting your balance. The what light and the dark horse represent feminine, masculine energy. I feel like things are moving really quickly in your relationship if you're already in a relationship and you haven't yet committed and you're wondering, you know, is this leading to love? Because if it is, I have a willingness to stay and compromise, and if it isn't, I will not. Seems pretty cut and dry to me. I've got the present power. I feel like, Aries, that you're not aware of your full and present power, I'm going to say. The moon energy is here, and the moon energy is things that are not as they seem. So it almost feels like, yes, I feel that you know that you're the leader, or you know that you're the boss, or you know that you are the one who is in control of your destiny in terms of your career, right? It depends where you apply and where you don't. And I feel like you're just not aware of your full power, I'm going to say. This moon energy tells me that you can't really see how truly powerful people perceive you. They perceive you as someone who is the apex predator, right? The person who is in charge of, you know, the lion and the tiger. They see you as someone who's in control of the lion and the tiger. So I feel like we're going to talk about that a little bit, but it feels like that maybe you're not quite in a full understanding of how people perceive you. I think that you are far more charismatic in your power. You're the leader. People see you as far more valuable in your career than you realize. And for money here, we've got for finances, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like you're growing your finances. And so I was saying grounding reminds me of earth energy, and earth energy came up here with the 8 of Pentacles. So it does feel like you are going to be growing your finances, but I feel like it comes from trimming the fat, if you understand what I mean. It feels like it comes from, you know what, we decided that we're going with streaming services, we're going to get rid of all the cable. We're maybe we've got 3 cars and we're just going to go down to 1. Like, it feels like you're going to start finding ways to grow your finances, but it doesn't feel like it's something that is given to you. It's like from a process of elimination is where you grow. Tell me about the Chariot, please. I feel like there's somebody here, if you are dating someone and you haven't yet committed to them, you could be in a full-blown relationship. But I feel like I'm supposed to go back to somebody who has just like met somebody and we're seeing each other, and you know, it's been, you know, the 2-month mark or whatever where you're going to have that conversation, and it feels like that things have been going really quickly. Everything is balanced, and now you just need to have the conversation to find out where things are going. Is it going in the right direction? Am I going to have victory? Will this be successful? We have the Ace of Swords. Yep, this is the the month in June, I feel, if you are dating someone, that you have the conversation. You need clarity. It's like, where do I point my arrow? Where do I take my shot? Just tell me, I'll line up. Like, it feels like you just need more details. You need more facts. You need clarity on what exactly is going on here. And if things are moving quickly and they're moving in the right direction, I think you have a willingness to do whatever it is to compromise in order to keep this moving. This Six of Cups energy is telling me that I feel like you think you're with the right person. And whether you're already in that committed relationship or this is somebody who you just met, it feels like you feel everything's moving in the right direction and that this is someone that you really love to spend time with. It feels like when you're with them, time stops, like they're the only person in the room. You could go out to social gatherings, but it's like they're the only person in the room. They're the only one you want to talk to. It feels like that there is a very deep connection here, like we've had a last life, or maybe they're a past life connection. You know, they feel like a soulmate, a really deep connection here. Tell me more. And we have the Two of Wands. So I feel like this is the action that you're going to take. I feel like in June, yeah, it's like we have to now dig a little deeper and find out, do we have fundamental differences? Are there things that are glaring that we need to take a look at? Like, maybe I want kids and you don't want kids. Maybe neither one of us wants kids. Maybe we want to live in a tiny house and travel. Maybe we don't want to have a tiny house at all. Maybe we just keep traveling. Like, it feels like we have to work out all the details, because just because there's a lot of passion and things are moving forward quickly, we have this conversation about, you know, where are our travels going to take us? Feels like, you know, we need to discuss, what is the adventure from here? What are we going to be doing here? Because I feel like I feel like you're not really all the way in yet, and you need to decide, what am I doing from here? I need to figure it out. Tell me about this career energy, please. Tell me about the career energy for Aries. We've got the Five of Cups. Oh, I kind of like that, because they see you as somebody who is really someone who knows the way, someone who's the leader, like the leader of the pride, I want to say, like we're talking about lions and tigers, right? They see you as the leader. But I feel like what they don't see about you is you're somebody who is quite kind and soft, and somebody who's compassionate. Like, you're not one of those leaders who just only cares about dollars and cents and putting check marks on a piece of paper, that you're actually looking at people in your environment like humans. You're treating them like well, I think. People don't really see that about you. You don't really show them that side of you often, and so they're far more acquainted with you in your present power than you in your Queen of Cups energy, whether you're feminine or masculine. Tell me more. We have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you are far better negotiator than people understand, and that you will negotiate whatever it is that you need, whatever you need to negotiate in order to have the outcome work in your favor. I feel like the Seven of Wands tells me that you can be flexible. You can be, and that's a really good leader, someone who's solid and sturdy, someone who's going to make the hard decisions, the easy ones, but also someone who knows when to be flexible and when not to be flexible. So I feel like this moon energy, I feel like it's a sneak attack. It feels like people, they see you as someone who's very strong, the leader at the head of the line, right? And that's Aries. But, the ram, the one with the head down, we're just going to go this way, everybody follow me. But I feel like what they don't see is that you are a great negotiator. You're someone, because you're someone who can be flexible with your emotions as well, that you really care for people. You're a caring leader. But this is what they get. When you face people at work, in your career, I feel like you're a negotiator. So maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're a judge, maybe you're a magistrate, maybe you're a psychologist, psychiatrist, a doctor. It feels like you're somebody who has to go with, how can I say? It's like you have to have all the details in order to make the decision. And once you make the decision in front of others, you can never go back. Because this is Aquarius energy, and Aquarius will never go back once they make a decision. So it feels like you are somebody who's, let's just say you're a doctor and you're in the ER. You have to make a decision about what we're going to do right here to save the patient's life. And so I feel like you're somebody who makes decisions that are harsh, hard, that are non-negotiable, but what people don't see about you as well, that you are this person who can be flexible and kind and loving and compassionate, that you really do love people. I feel like you keep that sort of in the moon energy. And so when it comes to you, you don't really deliver. Like, I feel like maybe you could even be an Aquarius rising, or again, Aquarius rising watching this, if you're an Aries, right? And it feels like that's the face that you show them. You show them the one that's in control. You show them the one who's in charge. And I'm making the decisions here. Don't tell me what to do. I'm the one who's in charge here. And but what they don't see about you is that you're really kind and beautifully soft underneath, that you really are caring and kind as well. And that's really the beautiful, perfect balance of a leader, a really good leader, not a boss, but a leader. Tell me about finances here. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Cups. Steady as she goes is what Charlie just said. If you're brand new here, I have a guide, and I will often hear things from my guide. We're very acquainted. I call him Charlie. But Charlie said steady as she goes when I pulled the Four of Cups. I've never heard him say that before. But we have the Page of Wands here, and we have the Nine of Wands here. So I feel like you are releasing financial burdens. We have the 9 and the Page of Wands here. 9 and 1 is 10. I feel like you have been weighed down by financial things, and I feel like this is the month where you start to just release the financial burdens. And it feels like that maybe you've been talked into, I would say, through whether it's peer pressure or the family or the spouse or the children. You've been talked into spending a lot of money in a lot of places, and I think that you're kind of pulling it all back in the month of June. It feels like that you might do this in ways that are, that are playful and exciting. But I really feel like the Nine of Wands tells me that you're really feeling the stress of carrying a lot of financial obligations. The Eight of Pentacles is growing your finances. It's being the subject matter expert. I really think that you are definitely grounding yourself here and going back to your roots. And, at the very beginning of all of this, journey of material wealth, what did I really want for myself? Did I want to be house poor? Did I want to pay such a massive mortgage on a 10-bedroom house that I can't really afford to get in my car and go on a holiday? So I feel like you're steady as she goes. The Four of Cups is telling me you're steadying everything, and that you are the things that you really have your heart connected to, the things that really give you emotional balance, you're going to keep those things. But I feel like the other things are going to be negotiable, I'm going to say. I'm going to put down some energy here so we can give you some advice for the month here. Let's find out what the advice for the month, the overall advice is for Aries, please. We've got the Hanged Man. Oh, they got the Wheel of Fortune. I like that. And then we've got the Four of Swords. I feel like this is a very stable month for you. It feels like it's a month of you expanding, I want to say. Things are changing. Things are expanding. I think you're changing your mind. It feels like you're changing your mind here with the Four of Swords. It feels like maybe decisions that you've made, I feel like it's because of this, really, because in your career, you have to be such a hard ass and say, no, that's not the way it goes. I'm the one with the doctorate. And so you guys need to listen to me. You guys are, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're the one that has to take such a hard stance in your career that I feel like you've decided that maybe I've let life in the background go a little bit. And so it does feel like what has to change here is your perception or your perspective of what's going on in your own life. So maybe it's time to hold back on that holiday. Maybe we'll hold back 6 months and we'll go on that cruise in 6 months instead of overspending now, taking out a loan. It feels like you're trying to be more fiscally responsible, but it also feels like here that what's changing is your mindset. It feels like you want to bring yourself to this place. Your advice is to this place where you are in this mental stability. You're in mental stability, emotional stability, because ultimately it's not good for your health if everything's out of whack and you're worrying about how you're going to get the money for this and that, and you're saying yes to the kids and yes to the spouse and, yes to everybody, and you're really feeling like that you've said yes to too many things. So something has got to change. I feel like it's divine timing, it's destiny that something changes, but understand that as things change, things will also grow. I feel definitely your finances are growing because you are deciding, I just need better clarity of the mind. I need more stability of the mind. And you're changing your mind in some things, and some things are going to go. I think you're going to release some of your financial burdens, because I don't think you want to be there anymore. That's not what life is about, right? So I feel like you're you're looking over, negotiating. It feels like you're looking over, negotiating, figuring out what it is that you want, manifesting what it is that you want. You're learning, right? We're always in this learning position of the Page of Swords. I feel like you're really looking over what you can transform, what you really want and what you really don't want. Yep, there you are. You're tasked with being the Emperor. So there you are. It feels like you are stepping into your Emperor shoes for the month of June, and some breakthroughs are coming. And the things that you say and do are going to vibrate throughout the entire month. So whether it's financial, whether it's in your career, or whether it is a relationship you've already established or a relationship that you're about to establish, I feel like you're having a bunch of breakthroughs and realizing I'm the one that's in control. I'm the one that has the power to make or break the decision. I feel like you realize that you are in your Emperor shoes. I'm going to leave that right there for you. Thank you so much for being here and watching, Aries. I hope that you have the most beautiful June, and I hope that some of this was a little bit of advice. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care. I'm out for now. Bye-bye.